Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. With everyone going back to school or back to college or whatever it is, I wanted to talk about 6 essential wardrobe pieces that I feel like can elevate your style really quick without even having to think about it. So let's start with number 1. So number 1 for me is jewelry, but specifically hoops. I am obsessed with hoops. But I feel like you can dress up any outfit with a nice pair of hoops. If I'm going for a simple outfit, always pick a thicker style, but obviously if you're into the skinny ones, that works too. I have every single hoop imaginable in my closet over there. So hoops is number 1, but that kind of goes with jewelry too. I feel like having a few just like simple chains to throw on, even if you're wearing sweats and a tank top, a few essential rings, you know, just some throw on like whatever bracelets is also really good. But if I had to pick one, it would be a good pair of hoops that are sturdy, that you get used to wearing all the time. And for me, this like elevates my confidence. If I have my hair up in a high ponytail and I throw on a pair of hoops, I'm like, the bitch is ready. And then while we're still on the topic of jewelry, I invest in some expensive pieces of jewelry, but I feel like styles are always changing. So for example, behind the camera right now, Courtney has on a beaded necklace. They're very in right now. Just switching them out and also adding them to things with your staple pieces, I feel elevates it as well. Like if you have on your gold chains that you wear every day and you just add, you know, like one of those trendy pieces to it, that works as well. Just keeping up on trends. This one is so cute. It has my name on it. This one's from an Instagram account. I believe it's Paige Ashley Beads. I'll link it down below. But just keeping up with trends, throwing them into your essential pieces always does a trick for me. Now we're gonna move on to some jeans. People I know personally always ask me about jeans. I go jean shopping with a lot of people and it's the same trick. I hate wearing tight restrictive clothing. I've never liked it. I don't like being in tight clothing, and if I am in tight clothing, I have a baggy bottom. So a good pair of Levi jeans for me is so essential because I can throw this on with a baggy t-shirt, a tight tank top, what I'm wearing now. I feel like a good colored pair of Levi's can really just make your everyday getting ready super easy. But what I do and what everyone always asks about is where I find my jeans. Honestly, I know Levi's can be expensive if you're going to like a shop on Melrose if you live here in LA, or if you're shopping at Nordstrom or something like that, but you don't have to spend a lot of money to find a good pair of Levi's. You just have to really look. When I lived in Nashville, I would literally go to the Goodwill and there's still a pair of the ones that I have. I would rip them up. I would make it like a weekend project to make a dope pair of jeans, and they were like $13. So I, again, always buy my jeans way too big. 2 to 6 sizes, honestly, depending on how much I love the color. From there, I take them to my tailor, get them tailored to my waist, and that's how I get that appearance of like the baggy leg with the tight top. These ones didn't come with rips in the knees. They actually were just so old they ripped, and then I just continued to rock it. But a good pair of Levi's is a great investment, and it kind of leads into my next 2 things. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is a vintage tee. Obviously, vintage tees are very trendy right now. They're all over the place. Again, you can thrift them. You can buy designer ones. You can buy whatever you want depending on what you're trying to do. So the reason I love vintage tees is because you can either throw them on with a pair of Levi's, like I said, and rock that like cool street style look with your hoops, or you can do the trick where you're like putting on the bigger t-shirt and kind of tucking it into one side of your bra so you have that like, you know, midriff showing. You can tie it up in the back. You can wear it with biker shorts. I feel like throwing a big vintage tee over with some biker shorts and a cool hat is a vibe with your chains. Again, all this stuff goes together. It's super simple and it always works for me. I don't have a lot of time ever, so having these staple pieces really saves my life. Number 4 is a good clean pair of sneakers. I am a sneakerhead. I'm obsessed with sneakers. I wear them literally as much as I can. But for your staple sneakers, these are the ones you're gonna wanna keep clean. These are the ones where like if you throw them on the sweatpants, it still looks dope because you have a sick pair of clean sneakers. They can be Converse, they can be really any shoe. It can even be a sandal if you love it. But just having a clean pair of shoes to throw on with everything that you have, for me, helps me feel more put together, and also just kind of like, it's a vibe. Now we're gonna move on to number 5, which is a ribbed tank top. I have so many ribbed tank tops, but a white ribbed tank top that isn't see-through, that doesn't give you too much underboob when you move, that's just comfortable and you can throw on all your jewelry is so important in your wardrobe. I could throw it on with what I'm wearing right now. You could throw it on with sweats, a matching sweatsuit. I feel like a white ribbed tank is essential in every girl's wardrobe, and it just looks cool. It's super trendy right now. It looks good with gold jewelry. It looks good with hoops. This one is the perfect tank from Akari Sport. This actually is a perfect tank top. It actually leads me to my next piece, which is a matching sweatsuit. So I guess it depends on your vibe, like if you like neutrals or if you like bright colors. But I think for this tip, number 6, having a more neutral, like a white, a black, a taupe, matching sweatsuit is so important because it leads me back to everything we just talked about. For me, if I'm doing a sweatsuit, my hair is normally either in a slicked bun, a high pony, or like somewhat, you know, styled or put together with those hoops. Normally if I'm doing a white one, I'll do silver big hoops. And then again, my clean pair of sneakers. If I'm wearing a hoodie, I don't really always wear jewelry, but if I was throwing this on with a tank top, I would definitely layer some jewelry on there and you're good to go. It's sweatpants, it's a tank top, it's like 3 or 4 pieces we talked about and showed, and you're ready to go out the door. This sweatsuit, again, was matching to this tank top, which is a Kyrie Sport. Obsessed with these, they're super light. They come in a lot of colors. They're just honestly the perfect fit to anything. And those are my personal favorite 6 essentials. I really like them because again, they can all go together. The t-shirt can go with the Levi's, or for an oversized look with those white pants or whatever matching sweatsuit you have. I feel like these are all things that you can find super easily, or things you don't have to like live in a trendy place to go find or find online. Also for girls going back to school and college, I know how it feels getting up and going to classes. You just sit there and it's a long day and it's normally not super glamorous. So whenever I was going to school, I always made sure to have at least my rings on and a pair of hoops, no matter what I was wearing. It just always made me feel elevated. Target has really, really good cheap matching sweatsuits right now if somebody's looking for them. And then again too, it's all about the confidence when you put on a piece of clothing. I think I've said this before, but you could literally put on a sack and some jewelry and walk in somewhere, and if you're like, I'm a bad bitch, I'm the baddest bitch in this room, suddenly you become it, and it really does work. So any of these pieces, if you're like me, you don't have a lot of time, you're kind of a tomboy, you kind of just like making simple look elevated, these are my favorite 6 things to do. And that is it for today's video. Comment down below and let me know your favorite essentials or brands right now, and I'll see you next time. I can't outro. Let me think for a second. Again, I love this. No, I'm going to. And that.